welcome to MS4, and today we're doing the putter and declutter of eyeliners, except for the fact that as I was rounding up all my eyeliners, I found some lip liners that are going to have to get rethought of and put back in the lip drawer. Go over those really quickly. There is one from Odin's Eye. It's a hot pink. And then we have, these are the CoverGirl, the lip stain, and they're in more of a felt tip. It's a felt tip. And I really like these. These are really nice. I have 4 shades of that one right there. And again, I'm probably going to be doing this without my eyeglasses on during a lot of this. This one is Jazzberry. And then we have Canyon. There's Canyon. And then we have Admire. That's Admire. They are felt tipped, so you feel like you're writing on yourself with felt tip markers and then turning on the side to fill. But really great colors, great staining. They're nice. I like them. That's why I have more than one. And then this one is Brazen Raisin. Brazen Raisin. The other lip pencil I found was ColourPop, and then this is from this is the Lippy pencil, and this is from the Disney and Snow White collection, and then this is Jealous Much. It's in weird writing. Anyway, these are sharpenable, super creamy, nice formulation. And this is in the Jealous Much is the Dark Queen, the stepmother from Snow White. Okay, so those are gonna have to get wrangled back into the mix of the lip liners. But anyway, the other thing that I discovered as I was going through and picking out the eyeliners is that I have a couple of different things that kind of get in the way of managing the eyeliners. There are duochrome from ColourPop that have lighter colors that are more like graphic liners for different looks. There are pencils that are meant to be more of the glide on and smudge out for more of like an eyeshadow look, but they're a liner. And then I have liquid liners. So I think that's the differentiation within all of those. So I'm going to go through really quickly. So as far as, I have a Sigma liquid and a one size liquid eyeliner. They're all felt tip. And because they're different, they're staying in the collection. I have another one of these, the same as I had for the lip pencils, to be working with. And then the other one that I have here, and I need to put these in a separate sort of a carrot. The Aerosol, I got this through, and it's just a black, very creamy gel liner. So I'm going to put this in a little different space. I'll put it next to the liquid liner so we can see just what we're looking at for that. But anyway, it's a very, very creamy, very smooth. The brand is one that I got from Ipsy, in one of my Ipsy boxes. So let me go ahead and we'll clean off the hand and start some eyeliner swatching. Now I expect that some things will get decluttered, not necessarily everything, but definitely some. because I have what I just showed you, and I have this, and then I started putting the other things in my Xena Warrior Princess. So let's start with the things that are in the main color coordinator. So I have 3 Urban Decay shadow liners, and so these are colored. So you know, I kind of differentiate between things that are different colors and some that are just black brown. But the Urban Decay ones are all these ones in here are colored. I have a black with sparkle in this other that we'll deal with shortly here. So this is Psychedelic Sister, and this is a Deep Plum. We have from the, this is Marine Mainline. I call it Marine because it's like a marine, a teal. And then my other liner is from when Urban Decay and Game of Thrones did their collab. And so this is the only liner that I picked up, and this is the white, the Night King. The Night King from the White Walkers. So this is all in the sparkly kind of teal blue. Okay, so those 3, those are all my Urban Decay that I have in this, and then I'm going to pull out the other Urban Decay that I know I have that are in this bad boy. So let's see. I have this is from the Robin Eisenberg collection, the Snow or Stars. This is the black with the sparklies in it. And I'm throwing stuff. Let's see. That is not it. Not it. Not it. This is why I need to be going through these. This is Laura Mercier. Okay, we'll find it later. So sooner or later, it will show up. So this is the Robin Eisenberg, the Snow or Stars, which is going to be black with some silver shimmer in it. I don't know if the camera will pick up the silver shimmer or not. I bet it's a little piecey, that's why it's the Snow or Stars. Okay, so we'll put this guy in here. In this, this is La Roque, and I like their shadows, I like their liners, I like their lip. This is a dark green, is what it's called, but it's very stiff. And on my eyes, I like having the smoother formulations. So it's a little stiff, so I believe I'm going to go ahead and declutter this guy. Now also in that department I have the KVD, this is their long wearing eyeliner. This is in Verdetta green, and also, oh, and this needs sharpened. Hold please. Okay, so I got a sharpener, attempted to sharpen this, and it completely messed up my sharpener a little bit, and I'm just going to toss this. So it's going to be decluttered in a permanent sort of fashion. It's not going to be passed along to anyone. So there's that. Okay, now the 3 liners that I have, these are Milani liners. I liked the colors of these, and I didn't have any that were like this way. This is Silver Fox, and they do have a smudger on the end of them, and they are twist up. So there's Silver Fox. And then we have Moss Boss. And then Duchess, which is purple. And I like the color and I like the name. If you've been with my channel for a while, you know that the name Duchess, when I was working at an advertising agency, and when I told the head of HR, that I was working on my MFA, she had said, "Oh, I suppose you'll expect us to call you Duchess now," which, you know, maybe I would. But anyway, highly inappropriate remark for someone from HR, but there you go. All right, so then here is a smaller one. This is a Charlotte Tilbury, and it's Walk of No Shame. And this is just a mini, and this is in that kind of brown plummy color. But I really like that. And I'd like to actually get a full size of this. So maybe I'll put this aside for the moment. I'm going to take a slight drink of coffee. Now, the Laura Geller eyeliners. I have the most of the Laura Geller eyeliners of everything in my collection. They are the larger crayon. They do have a sharpener on the back of them, so you can get a sharp point. But these are super bulletproof, waterproof. You can smudge them. This is copper. But then as soon as they're done smudging, they set right down. They don't budge. But I'm looking to probably declutter some of them that I don't use as much. So that's copper. This is smoky amethyst, which is a really pretty smoky amethyst. This one is the navy blue. And I don't wear this one very often, the navy blue. And I don't know if it's just the shade of navy, but I don't reach for it. So I think actually I do have other navy ones. We'll hold off right now and I'll put these navy ones together. This is Gilded Bronze, and I used this in my look yesterday. I might get ready with me. This is the deeper bronzy color. It has the sheen to it. This is a great one and done. Just spread some on, brush it out just a little bit, put some mascara on. It's fantastic. Fantastic. All right, and this is Twilight Coal. This is gray. Now I'm putting it right below Silver Fox, so you can see the difference. This is a muted gray, and the Silver Fox is the shiny. So I feel like those are different other. So now let me go into the backup to find the other. And generally I know them. I have a couple of other liner types that are the larger ones, but not all of them. I have some Charlotte Tilbury ones. They're like the liner plus the more eye color ones. Yep, and those are all Charlotte. Okay, we'll come back to those. I apologize. I know you guys are looking at my head for long periods of time in these videos. I assume, you know, it's nice and relaxing. You could probably sleep to this if you'd like to, except for as soon as my outro music hits, you'll be jolted awake. But maybe that's your alarm. You've had a nice 20-30 minute nap, and there you go. So this is the Burnt Cocoa. I'm missing the sharpener on the back of this one. I'm going to put it over on this side. Now it looks a lot like the other brown that I have. It's maybe a bit warmer, but I think the fact that I'm missing a sharpener for it, that maybe that's just a sign that this bad boy can go. Then we have Smoky Quartz. I'm gonna put Smoky Quartz over here. This is not wanting to stay up. And it's also, this one is dried out. Now I think I could sharpen it and redo it. That's the Smoky Quartz. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm getting so much of a different read than the darker browns, that I would really make a difference for this. So maybe this one can also go along the wayside. This is Emerald Coal. I also don't reach for this very often. This over here. That's the Emerald Coal. Now it's definitely very green reading, but it's more of a neutral to warm green, which I don't know is my favorite. And usually if I'm looking for a green, I'm either looking for more of like that moss color, or I'm using my shadows to do like a black liner and then go over that with a green shadow. So I think that one's gonna go by the wayside. And then here's Plum Gray Coal. And I really do like this one. It's again more, in the purple category. So I think that one's going to stay. It's not hugely different than some of the browns when you get it on the eye, but you can still read it as the plum. So we're gonna keep that. And then, so that's the Laura Geller. So we're with that. And now this is the Fenty, and this one, I cannot tell you which one this is. Space Cadet. Okay. So this is also, and this is one you can't push down. I'm gonna put this above here. Okay, and that's another one that's like the black with stars. There's sheen to it, but it's a different formulation. So I think I'll keep that because it's the only. This is the only Fenty liner that I have as of right now. Okay, so let's tackle this guy. So I'm gonna move this away. And I think going back, the navy one we're definitely getting rid of. So let's look at some of the other navies. This is from the Sephora collection. This is the, I believe My Boyfriend's Jeans. Yep, My Boyfriend's Jeans. So I'm gonna put it, again, we wanna hear that noise. So My Boyfriend's Jeans. Okay, there's in that blue category on top here. It's My Boyfriend's Jeans. And that's the only Sephora liner that I have. And then I have another couple of blue ones. This is from Victoria Beckham. Here is the other Robin Eisenberg Urban Decay. And that's definitely a different blue. That's more of the periwinkle. I really like this one. From the Eisenberg collection, I decluttered the palette, but the two eyeliners I've kept because I really like them. Okay, so as we're talking blue, this is the Electric Blueberry, the Victoria Beckham. I really like the smudgers on the back of these. They don't last as long as some of my other eyeliners, but they are very creamy, blendable. Love the smudger. I wish they wore just a little bit longer, so I usually have to powder over those with some kind of shadow or a clear setting powder. but this is the Electric Blueberry. Victoria Beckham. Okay, and then this is Cocoa, also from Victoria Beckham. Smudger, liner. And it's in the brown liner category, but I really like, this is a formulation that I like, and I also, because it's a brown liner, that's something that I'll use. So I'm gonna put that there, that's staying here. Okay, and let me see what other, okay. I have one other of the darker liners, the blue and blue. Let me see. It's a Laura Mercier. This is Laura Mercier in the lighter color. Okay, it's just gonna hide for me. Anyway, we have a Laura Mercier that's in a blue, and we'll come back to that. So this is the one Danessa Myricks liner I have. This is one of the multi-chrome. This is Char White. So, but it's a tiny, it's a pull-up, but it's a tiny point. So I have a couple of these multi-chrome ones. Maybe I should pull this back to swatch with the other multi-chromes, because this has got a purpley, greeny, reddish, and it's hard to see the multicoloredness of it in this. Okay, sorry about that. My charge was going low, so I went and had a snack, and I reapplied. I'm wearing the by Win Beauty by Serena Williams. This is in Soar. This is one of the SOAR. One of the few lip and cheek colors, not colors, but formulations that I actually do like on my lips and cheeks. Sometimes the color doesn't work as well for one as the other, color-wise, but formula-wise, I'm digging both of them. So anyway, I am refreshed. Anyway, so on to the colors. So these are these are Charlotte Tilbury. These are in more of the liner 2, and I'm having problems getting them open, which is good because that way they don't dry out. So this is in a garnet. And these two came in a set. Take off my glasses again. Apologies. My dog is really excited to go out. When I took my break, she was like, "Oh, we're going." And I'm like, "No." Okay, and then this is Pillow Talk, which is more of it's got a definite sheen to it there. And then this one is Smoky Emerald. These are the color Chameleons. So, and this is more, it says emerald, but to me that's more of a mossy emerald. So anyway, these are in that more, we're doing color where you can brush it out to be eyeshadow. We do have in my thing, this is Sigma Primer. Could also be used as just an eye color, as a shimmering eye color, but it's sold as a primer. This one is eyeshadow eye base primer in Radiance. They do have colored, all different colors in this, and some that are matte. But anyway, that's eye primer. We're going into ColourPop now, Shadow Sticks, and and it's on the bottom. Hey Bestie, and this is a metallic purple. It's very light, so it's hard to see at first. But that's Hey Bestie. This one is Shadow Stick in I Don't Know. It's a metallic angel. So that's angel. And this one came in the 1111 collection. And this is Plum Tart. So that looks a lot like my Laura Geller plum. Maybe just a little more brown to it. This is Juicy Gossip. Juicy Gossip. Right. And that's kind of a duochrome, a little purpley pink. Juicy Gossip. Shadow Stick. I think this is another one from 1111. This is So Celestial. So let me put those next to each other. Okay, so that's So Celestial. Just a very taupey, sparkly color. And that was next to Angel. Both of those came in that collection. Okay, I ran into a Laura Geller black. I'll put it over here. It's just a matte black, and it's really good for if you're doing a matte, a black base. Boy, my snack got to me. Hang on. And then you're layering shadows over it. It makes it a lot easier because it's a bigger point and it's very smooth and creamy. Okay, and then this is from It Cosmetics. This is Bionic Bronze. I'm gonna put it down here, and that's the Bionic Bronze. And that's the only It Cosmetics one that I have. Okay, and then I have 3 of the ColourPop, the Prismatics, and I do have more of these. So maybe I'll wait. These are the kind, like I said, the Danessa Myricks ones were. So let me go ahead and let's pause for the moment, and we'll come back and do those. Okay, before we go through the multicolored ones, really quick, this is the one size in Busty Brown, which is just, let me dry that off. I took off the swatches. Just a nice, warmer, but deep brown. So this is the only one size. One size has just a black and a brown at this point in time. I expect at some point in time that'll get widened out, but it hasn't yet. I have 3 LH Cosmetics. So this is Linda Hallberg out of Sweden. Let me take out so this is Spar Flash, which is a beautiful, sheeny, sparkly, taupey color. Again, you can use her liners anywhere on the face, and they're great. Acela or Acela Flash. Okay, and that's more in that silvery. And then Crux Flash. And the Flash ones are all the metallic ones. She has non-metallic. And this one is more of a plain base with just a little bit of sparkle, but it's still in that flash category. So that's the LH Cosmetics. I have 3 of those. And that's more, it has like a blue-black base to it. And then in that Araceli, the one that I got from my Ipsy, I also have a champagne, sort of a color of that. So I have a black and I have a champagne. So there's those. Now we'll come back and do the, I'll clean off my hand again and we'll do the multicoloreds. Okay, so we're gonna do the duochrome ones. The Danessa Myricks was the first one. Very thin, super thin pencil. And this is the Charosite. I put it over here. Lovely, creamy, duochromy. All sorts of fun. Okay, so that's the. All right, and we're just gonna go through the ColourPop ones. Like I said, some of them are lighter and some of them are darker. So they all came in a set. So I don't know, and these are really hard to read, so I'm just going to show you this. And they don't have as sharp as a shift as some of the other ones that I have. This is in blue. Okay, and that's just a deep blue. Green. So these are definitely fun sort of colors. And this is more fuchsia. But it definitely has a little more of the flip to it. And this is that teal green, and definitely a flip on that one. I need to play with these more. That's the thing, that, you know, like doing this just shows you, it's like, oh man, I gotta play with that more. This is just Prance. This was one of Aniela Caniqua's favorite for the inner water line. So this is just a matte blue. It's my ColourPop. Okay, I'll come back for that. This is definitely a very flippy one also. And then, okay, so that's all with the ColourPop. And then this is Kaleidos. And I can't read that one either. Can I read that? Night of Creation. There we go. Okay. So it also, boy, you can see that coming out of it. So that's a very thin one as well, like the Danessa Myricks. But this is a really pretty purpley. And if I make another Kaleidos order, I'm gonna pick up more of these. So they're more expensive. They feel a little bit like it's got a little more body than the ColourPop ones do, than the gel liners. But I just really like that color, I like the flip. Okay, so that is all the shifty and the Xenoware Princess. I do have, as far as other liners, 2 ColourPop Star Wars. These are in the felt tip pen. And it's just little tiny well. And this one kind of reads like a maroon shimmery one. I have not reached for these. I don't use liquid liners a lot anymore. I used to for a long time, like when I was way back in the day. I used a brown color from Almay that I loved, and that was years and years ago. And then there's the black. So those are the two Star Wars ones. I'll have to make a decision whether or not. I do have a lot of other pieces from the Star Wars collections, from all the different ones. So it's not really like I need to keep these for if I'm not going to use them. So I'll have to think about that, because they don't fit into the regular holder. And in this case, I'm definitely going to have to get another eyeliner holder, because we were just about, I think we have 2 spots left in this, and we have just a ton. These left, the LH Cosmetics, the Araceli, the ColourPop ones, and all of the shadows that work as eyeshadow. So we're gonna have to figure out a new container situation. So there's that. I will say I do have all the little, like the Laura Mercier, they're in a pencil type formula. I'm wearing the ones from the Roses collection today on my eyes. They all live in this guy, because they're all small. They're the mini sizes, but I tend to use these a lot. So they live in this container, but we're going to have to find a container solution. So it's funny, because I was just listening to an organizational professional that was on Mel Robbins, that I'd seen her on her own before, and she was talking about the container. If you have a container, all your stuff has to fit in there. My shelving kind of does that. It contains things. It keeps me more in line with you can only keep as many as you can keep. But I just have to figure it out, because while I definitely feel that way, and that's why I have that kind of a situation, so I can see everything, where I can know everything, and now I'm uncomfortable because it's spilling over a little bit because I have too many. I think I just need to figure out some shelving and some storage. Not shelving, but storage. More like if I'm going to repurpose this for, say, all the shadow sticks, specifically, just have shadow sticks in that instead of liners. That way I know what's in there, but they're not in the middle of other things. So anyway, going to have to do some one of those things, thoughts, and then make some decisions on that, and then we'll have the liner situation all taken care of. So anyway, hope you're doing well. I think my dog needs to go out now, so we're gonna do that. We are gonna do that. It's enlightened self-interest. Anyway, I hope everyone is well, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is future Monica coming to you. So I did the earlier part of this declutter video, and that day I was feeling like I wasn't feeling all that great. My blood sugar was yo-yoing up and down. My dog wanted to go for a walk. I kept getting interrupted, and I just wanted to have it over with. And besides that, I was getting into this notion of, well, maybe I need another container, just maybe another container. And so I took the time. I got to feeling better. After that day, I rewatched the Mel Robbins podcast with Dana White on it, and that talk about the whole idea of a container is it contains things, like it keeps it in, like a firefighter containing a fire. And I have committed to staying in this area to have a house for my makeup. The only things that don't live there, my foundations live in the bathroom. And I have one section for larger palettes that don't fit there, and for makeup bags, which that's Sigma's fault. I have from the Beauty and the Beast collection, I have from the Alice in Wonderland, and then the Cinderella collection. I have the bags for those. But other than that, everything does pretty much fit in this area. And so I was like, okay, you've given it some time, now you need to do the hard work of actually fitting into the 2 containers that you have. So what I did was, I put all of the shadow pencils, the cream shadow pencils, into this container. And then I looked at the liner containers, and so we're just down to this, and I'll show you what ended up getting decluttered out of that. So we talked about the liners I love, but I've got a ton of them, and these are colors that I don't wear. So we've got the Laura Geller, we've got the navy color, the green color. This is the cocoa that's missing the sharpener, and this is the smoky quartz, which is a great color. I love the smoky quartz, but I have colors nearly like it, and I need to get rid of things so I'm not spilling out of the edges. So we're getting rid of those. Then what you wouldn't have seen was the little rock. This is the deep green. It kind of shows up as green, but I have other things, and I'll quick swatch it. But it's not necessarily remarkable, and it's a little more tuggy. So I am decluttering that. I am decluttering the KVD. This is also a green shade. Also same kind of issue. Oh, and that just fell out. So there we go. Oh, maybe this is the one that broke my sharpener. So anyway, I think this is the one that broke the sharpener, so this is just getting thrown away. So let me put it on a different side. The Fenty liner, this is a brownish black that has sparkles in it. And the thing is, I don't reach for it. The only time I reach for this really is when I want to do a full face of Fenty. And really what I'm coming up against is that's a dumb reason to keep something if you're only going to use it once in a while. And Fenty's eyeliners are not necessarily my favorite. Now I will say I did go into Ulta and swatch the new lip liners. I swatched Riri, which is a little more plummy than brown. The new Glow Balm sticks. The Riri color reads a little bit more brown to me than plummy, but it's kind of in that element. Hibiscus I swatched, and MVP I swatched. I am making myself wait until I do my putter and declutter of my shiny lip glossy things before I buy it, which is right now there's coupons going on for prestige makeup from Ulta. The diamond members can get 20% off, platinum 15%, regular other people 10%. But I am gonna hold off until I do that other declutter video before I buy one. So anyway, you know, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just, it's not what I'm gonna reach for. If I want something in that black and sparkly, I want something that's a little more black, and the Urban Decay one that I have from the Robin Eisenberg is what I reach for. So anyway, this is getting decluttered. Swirl it at you. Okay. So then from the, and this is one that I got from, and it's a Champagne Gold from Ipsy. This and a black one. This is the Araceli that's going. Two of my Milani. The one Silver Fox, the really sparkly silver one, is staying. But Moss Boss and the Plum, I have shades that are like this, so those will be leaving the game. This is the black one of the Araceli, and it's just a thin point black. But if I have black, usually I reach for the Laura Geller. And then I had the two liquid liners of the Star Wars. I just never reach for these, both because liquid liner anymore is not generally what I reach for, and then I have other things from this collection to memorialize the Star Wars that I like better. So just having these don't fit really well in anything that I have. They're a little too short to go into this kind of container, and so I'm gonna let those go. Also, to let you know, I do right now have the all the ColourPop ones in my Xena Warrior Princess. and the Sigma ones, but this is going to be moving over into the acrylic, into this container. But I need time to be able to work through these and see which ones. I love all of them. I like the fact that they're shifty and nice. I also have the Danessa Myrix one, which is also the duochrome or multi-chrome sort of a thing. So I just need to be using those more. And then here's the Kaleidos duochrome. So the duochromes are here, and then the Sigma one to use as a primer. And these are just going to stay here until I work through these, but they are in their own container I already had and legitimately lived here in the makeup world. I did also, this is from the Lippies, the CoverGirl lip liners that are like the felt tip marker. These are over here. And then I also have liners I'm testing that are going in here. There's the Maybelline lip liner, and then the Oden's Eye lip liner here for testing purposes. So that's where we're at right now. I will try and remember to link the Mel Robbins podcast so you know what I'm going through and what helped. And that should be it. So expect the silky, shimmery lip products next, because we're trying to fight the FOMO on that, and there's a lot of them coming out, and so we're going to be ready. We're going to do that. So anyway, now I am signing off for real this time, and I hope everyone is well, and we'll see you for that next declutter soon. Have a good night. Bye bye.